Hi everybody, Christy Tobis here, and I am celebrating Maaike's 3,000 follower blog hop. So I'm going to make that card that I just showed you. Now I sped up this video to make it go nice and fast because you have a lot of places to hop, so I wanted to make sure you didn't have to spend too much time. So I started out by using some Distress Oxide inks. I'm going to kind of layer a couple colors on top of each other. And then I'm going to activate it with water. So that's the great thing about these inks is that once you activate them with water, not only do they have a nice spatter kind of look, but it also makes them look kind of velvety. So once I did that, I also decided that I wanted to put some easy cut adhesive on the back. So this is basically, once you put that on there, it makes anything kind of like a giant sticker. So I die cut that cassette tape, and now I have that easy cut adhesive on the back, so I'm just pushing it off to the side because now I'm going to work on the main panel of my card. So I'm using Distress inks again, a couple different colors, but this time I'm doing it on black cardstock. So that velvety look is really going to show up, and these oxide inks are fantastic because you can use them on darker cardstock colors where other inks wouldn't show up because they're not opaque enough, they're too transparent. So next I decided to color in my little character. So this is from a Kindred Stamps set called Space Heroes. And I'm coloring him in with my alcohol markers. These are my Spectrum Noir markers. So I'm kind of mixing between my graphic markers and my Illustrator markers, just so I had all of the right colors and everything. And you can see I go in with a lighter color, then come back in with a darker color for the shadows, and then just kind of blend them together. And I did speed this up pretty quick. I promise you I do not normally color this quickly. So I just wanted to show you some of the pieces of the coloring, not all of it, but a good chunk of it. So he's pretty much all done. I just have to finish with some of the flesh tones and then a few extra little accessories on him. So same thing as I did with all of his clothing, lighter than darker than blend them. Also, I like to keep a lot of my coloring a little bit more on the simpler side. I don't go too over the top with it, just because I want other focuses on my card as well. So once my little guy was colored, I kind of laid out my card how I knew I want it to be, and then I just aligned the sentiment down at the bottom, and I am going to use some ink on 3. This is like a watermark ink, so that way I knew it would be nice and wet when I went in to heat emboss it because I'm using some white embossing powder. I thought that would be really nice. It would really kind of pop on that darker background. So I'm not going to lie, I kind of use those colors to make it look a little bit like space, but I did not want to create that full-on galaxy background, so I just kind of wanted to emulate it a little bit. So now I'm just going to assemble my card. I came in with some of that cassette tape, washi tape, and I should mention that that die is from My Favorite Things. I got this a couple years ago, and I have been waiting for the right card to use it, and I finally found it. So it was still a little sticky on the outside, so I just used some powder to deactivate that stick. Drop that little guy on, and then my last piece that I need to do is add some sequins. So I like using the Zats Bling because it's dry right away, it's not messy, my sequins are on there, and everything is done immediately. So once I added all 3 of those on with the sequins, and the sequins are Catherine Pooler, the Miami Sequins collection, I just went in with a white Jelly Roll pen and fixed some of the embossing that was kind of goofy. So that's it. Thanks so much for stopping by. Make sure to check my description below to hop on to the next person. Good luck and have a great day.